Hello everyone, and welcome back to MyGM and WWE 2K23. We are kicking off Season 2 with another draft. Last time it kind of snuck up on me. Shayna Baszler and, is that just Angel? Am I supposed to read that differently? But yeah, they were picked by NXT and Monday Night Raw. And I do like right off the bat, I can see that the popularity stuck around, which I think is cool. And as well, the stamina not necessarily. Yeah, the stamina did reset, but the popularity did not. I think that's cool. And it looks like the contracts are matched accordingly to the raised status, so that's pretty cool. But at the same time, it's not just exclusively all the people who were used last year. There are some new names. So that definitely is interesting to see. And as well, like when you look at budget, you're going to be spending, like if you wanted to keep people from the previous year and try to draft them back, you're going to be using more money this time around to get those guys. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, there are some good names in here. I don't want to try to get the exact same roster I had last time. I don't think that's very fun. But you can already see that Raw got Shayna Baszler, so right off the bat, that's not really going to be a thing. So yeah, let's try to figure out what do I want to do this year. Oh, and you can already see the keepers from the previous year. So yeah, we've kept Bayley, Asuka, and Shelton. So I have to work accordingly with that, try to find people who are going to match up to them well. Since we have Asuka. Asuka is a fighter. I had Bianca last year. It would be fun to have her again, but, it would also be kind of interesting to get Carmella's a fighter. I can't read. But I think I'm going to go ahead. Actually, maybe not with my first pick. I think she'll be around for the second time. I did not get Cody Rhodes last time, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up Cody. You're like, oh, he's a specialist. Why would you do that? That's fair. That's entirely fair. Might not be the smartest decision, but it's the decision I want to make. And Rhea's still here, so I'll pick her up as well. Monday Night Raw picks up Randy Orton from NXT. NXT goes right back to Omos. Are we going to see Omos Rey Mysterio Part 2? I'm losing my mind. Dana Brooke, a top-level draft pick. Braun Breaker went to Raw. Okay. So yeah, it's not everybody who was used last year. AJ Styles didn't get picked up last time. I think, I'm kind of thinking, John Cena's here. I'm thinking in terms of also kind of considering some of the lore of the channel, I do feel like I kind of want to get Bobby Lashley. So I think I'm going to make my next pick Bobby Lashley. I mean, we've got Shelton, so we could maybe try to put together, the Hurt Business. Although I guess I should keep popularity in mind so that I don't just get crushed right out of the gate. But yeah, I think Bobby Lashley's going to be a fun name to have around. Oh, I could turn Nakamura back to face and have him feud with Lashley. We're looking for fighters. Yo, R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley, the feud of all time. Honestly, though, maybe... I think it'd be kind of fun to have R-Truth on the roster. He did a lot of work for NXT last year. He put in a lot of work, that's for sure. Yeah, why not? I'm going to draft R-Truth. I think that'll be fun. Drew Gulak going to Monday Night Raw, so not a whole lot of holdovers from the previous season. Dominic Mysterio, so NXT's got both Ray and Dominic. No, Raw took Noam Dar, my boy. I put in all the work to build him up and you're just gonna steal. That makes sense though, that's how it would go. Yeah, if we got Shelton, honestly, I kind of do want to keep using Gunther, so I'll pick him back up. And then, so yeah, we got Gunther and Shelton, who they never really had a full-on feud, so we can definitely make that work. How are my classes looking? And I think an additional decision I'm gonna make, we've got Bayley and she's the champ. I think we can really lean into the whole damage control thing. So I'm gonna pick up Io Sky as well. All right, so Monday Night Raw, NXT continued their picks. Cedric Alexander gonna go to NXT, I believe. No, Cedric was on NXT last time, so they are keeping him around. And Zoe Stark, I believe, was on Raw as well. But yeah, we have how many people at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 people, and the budget is that low, so I guess that... Yeah, no, that kind of makes sense. It didn't take very long for the budget to run out last time. Pair Giants with Cruisers. So that would be against Io Sky. Let me take a look at the Giant class. So I have... Yeah, Shelton and Gunther can go back to feuding. And it's like Tamina and Raquel. I'm gonna have to figure something else out as far as Giants for that. Bruisers and Fighters. Hey, an MVP is in here as well, so we might not have been able to get Cedric, but we can put together, you know, 3/4 of the Hurt Business. But I probably should be looking at... Let's look at some baby faces. I am looking a bit heel-dominated at the moment. Yeah, so Brock could do it. Yeah, we have... So Truth could feud, I think, with Bobby. But we need to give Truth a partner to also work against the Hurt Business. Who would team... John Cena. Wait, would that actually work? It's a lot... It'd be a lot of money. It'd be a big investment, but would it be worth it? You know what? Actually, Kevin Owens is right here. It'd be a missed opportunity if I didn't get him. So Raw then goes with Charlotte Flair. NXT gonna take Chad Gable. That's a pretty good get. And also Natalya. Well, that is also a get, I suppose. Ilya Dragunov going to Raw. Yeah, we gotta watch that budget. You know, I want to kind of take a similar approach to what I did last year, which was to have a little bit of money out of the gate to play around with. Let me just take a look at my whole Hurt Business faction. So, oh right, I would have to turn Shelton heel if I were to do that. Well, you know, there could be a little bit of a feud out of the gate, like maybe it's MVP and Bobby, but Shelton's on his own. I'm sure there's some way that I could work that into a story. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Gunther's buddies are in here. I don't see any Imperium names, so we're not gonna quite get that. Johnny Gargano's a specialist. That's not the best call. R-Truth. Yeah, Ricochet. I can't read. Ricochet up against Gunther could potentially be a thing. And I guess, like, if Shelton turned, then that's a possibility. We could have Gunther go up against Ricochet. Yeah, and I feel like there's got to be some sort of giant we could pick up out of free agency, potentially. So I'll go ahead and pick up Ricochet as well. We don't have a lot of women this time around, though. So I feel like this has kind of ended up being the opposite of what I did before, where I feel like I went a bit heavier on the women in the first draft, and now it has kind of switched back a bit more towards the men. So who can I add in? Bayley's a specialist. Asuka can feud with Rhea. Io Sky is there to back up Bayley, so I definitely need another face in the women's division. So let's see. We don't want to drop a whole bunch of money on like a Becky Lynch or a Bianca, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I could, but that would definitely end the draft right there for me. But also, I don't really see a lot of names that I would want to jump out at. Like, I could turn Tamina face, I guess, but like, who would I pair her up with? I don't feel like there's anybody that I'd be looking for. Raquel, again, you know, she kind of just had a run. I don't think I really want to get her. But, you know, the giant class, I don't really have any giants in the women. So, I mean, maybe that's just something I can figure out later. It's another cruiserweight, so it would be cruiserweight versus cruiserweight, but I don't think that's the worst class matchup you can do. And I'm not super familiar with the NXT names, so I'll go ahead and pick up Roxanne Perez, just to mix things up on my side of things. Yeah, so Hanson and Rowe, or I guess they're Eric and Ivar now. NXT got Johnny Gargano. They're going to use their last pick on Cameron Grimes. Monday Night Raw going for Logan Paul. You know, it had to happen eventually. It really did. I'm looking at 433,000 fans. There aren't like a big number of people who I'm particularly interested in that are left on the board. So I think I'm going to call the draft here, and I'm going to do what I did last year. If there's a free agent I want to pick up, I can jump on that. But aside from that, you know, we'll just... Yeah, I don't think they're going to pick up anybody else either. So, yep, that's the new Monday Night Raw roster. There definitely are some holdovers from the previous year. But, you know, they got a little bit from NXT, a little bit from us, so, you know, a little bit different. NXT, what, I think they all, wait, hold on, NXT, this just looks almost entirely the same. Wait, right, because they had 5 keepers, that makes sense. They kept Ronda, they kept Rey, I think they kept Toxic Attraction, but then they went out and redrafted Omos, and Dana Brooke, I think, was a redraft. So interesting how that worked out, I guess. So yeah, taking a look at this year's roster matchups, I mean, you know, it's definitely, for as many holdovers as there are from the previous year, there are still, you know, quite a few changes going on. I think more so on my end of things. I feel like I got the most new people, because NXT, yeah, like Cedric was there, Omos was there. They did get Gargano and Strowman and Gable and Dominic. So there's definitely stuff they can do with that. Can't wait for Logan Paul to win the WWE Championship. You have to know it's coming, right? Well, let's actually see. They could feud him with Eric, or if they turned him or Braun Breaker, they could feud. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. So here we go again. Season 2 of, hey, look, and WrestleMania Backlash is actually after WrestleMania this time. That's cool. Good to talk to you. Just checking in to make sure SmackDown is ready for the new season. Feeling confident? Yeah, with the roster we have, we'll do okay. Expecting big things out of SmackDown. Waiting to see how your first show fares. Have your most popular available female face and heel fight each other this week. For free crew booking, I'll take that. Who is the most popular face and heel? You know, I should have seen that coming, but it would be Asuka and Bayley. That's kind of a no-brainer. And honestly, like, if that was my first championship feud right out of the gate, that's not a bad call. But we don't actually get to assign champions right away. So I'm going to have to put the men's title on the line right out of the gate. But hey, look at that. We do have the holdover on Gunther and Shelton, so we can properly jump back into that feud. Raise the selected superstars' morale. 82,000. Oof. Yeah, and I guess you do kind of get a budget reduction, I think, as the seasons go along. But we do have a lot of power cards to work with. Oh, as well, what are our season goals? TLC Master, book 8 TLC matches. Book 8 shows with a charity promo. Fulfill 5 promises to superstars. Oh, look at those perks. Free arena booking, we'll get that. 5 promises, we'll get that. To the moon. 8 tables matches. Promote 2 free agents to superstar status. So does that mean you sign them but get them permanently? So do I have to, like, sign local enhancement guys for that? I'm sure the comments can help me out on that one. Hire on 5 free agents. All right, I don't think that'll be a problem. Buy them out, purchase all power cards before a show. I think we can manage that at some point. And surpass 600K in the bank. That one could be tricky. I will certainly try my best. Who's in free agency this week? It's Billy Slugger. Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, Montez Ford. I mean, it's a shame that Montez Ford is a specialist. That would be kind of fun to work with. Stacked McSlacks. There's our boy. Battleship Brittany. I'm not seeing any sign of Chuck McWagon, unfortunately. I hope no one else picks him up. That would be a tragic development in the story. And like, yeah, there are the legends. Ooh, we could go right back for Beth Phoenix, but I'm not sure that is the play. Like, yeah, we could get our tag champs back together right out of the gate, which would be fun, but, you know, I don't think getting a legend is necessarily our best bet. I might honestly just hold on to our budget for now and wait to see if there's another name that jumps out at me in, like, future free agent things. Because I don't think there's a whole lot that really catches my attention. And yeah, these carry over, which is cool. So we definitely want to go boom, 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 boom. But yeah, with the lower budget, that's going to be interesting to think about. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning into this one. Thank you for sticking around for... Oh, I should actually look at the Hall of Fame trophy progress. So we got the revenue tier 1, and we got, finish first place. And I forget what the third trophy was. It was some other thing. It was, I don't remember. Oh, right, that was completing the season goals. Okay. But sorry, I got distracted. Thank you for, watching this one. Hope you'll stick around for season 2, and I will see you next time.